This is exactly what I had envisioned for a look. I wanted to do like the orangey neon eye, but also an orange lip. I was just thinking monochromatic, and that's exactly what I'm giving you guys today. I love, love, love the way this turned out, and I know that some of you are probably going to be a little bit intimidated or put off by the orange lip. So I'm giving you guys a second option, which is going to be the nude lip. So if you guys are curious or wanting to see how I got this look, then let's go. Okay, so I'm going to use my Cover FX gripping primer, and I feel like I'm getting a lot of use out of this. I really do like it. Initially, I wasn't sure how I felt, but I like it. I think I need a facial. I have all these little under the skin breakouts, and I know it's because I haven't been doing a good job exfoliating. Don't mind my bare nails. I have some yellow in them, so I have been doing them. I always do my nails. I like to switch them up quite often. I'm going to take the Sephora eyeshadow base, and this is in the shade 5 Matte Beige. This is actually on sale now. So if you're interested, well, we'll see how it works. But anyway, oh, this is nice. I've been doing some gardening at my mom's house and mine, and every time I go to garden, of course I mess up my nails. Literally, the polish just chips right off. So I did them this morning, and I just took it off because I'm like, there's no point. I need to finish gardening. Today we're going to go in with a palette that I've been dying to use since I got it, and it's the Huda Neon palette, and this is the orange one. So I'm going to take this shade here, and I'm going to use a Smith 232 brush, and I'm just going to put this into the crease just lightly, and then this is going to act as our transition shade. So ever since I got this palette, the look that I have been thinking of doing is just like a monochromatic coral orange bright look, and that's what we're going to try and achieve today. Now I will tell you guys that worst case scenario, it ends up being just a neon eye and a nude lip, but regardless, it'll be something pretty. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm taking this Bodyography flat brush, and I'm going to take, yeah, this shade here. So let me fill you guys in on some of my struggle. My son is showing signs of separation anxiety, and I have had a really hard time getting him back to bed. So I told you guys that he was sick a few weeks ago, and he was sick for about 3 weeks. So he would wake up in the middle of the night with a really high fever. So my husband and I just allowed him to stay in bed with us, because anyone that's a parent knows that when your kid is sick, it sucks for everybody. And I kept having to get up and check his temperature or try and cool him off. So it was easier if I had him in bed, and that's what we did. I know, problem number one. We've never been that couple to let him sleep in the bed with us for a long period of time. He has done it, and it's always been because he's been sick. I'm going to take a little bit of this middle shade, and with the same brush, and I'm just going to pop that in the crease. So he, you know, started to feel better, and then we were like, okay, time to go back to our regular routine. And Marco was like, nope, he wasn't having it. So we just stuck to our guns, and really were just like, no, he can't stay in bed with us. He has to go back. It has been a nightmare. This kid literally wakes up and like panics. He will be screaming, crying. His little heart is racing. He's a mess. And we didn't know what to do. We're like, okay. We went back to trying to let him cry it out, which worked when he was a baby. and it's not working now. So I had a doctor's appointment for him to get him checked out again, just as a checkup, because he was so sick. And I told the doctor about it. I thought it was night terrors, and she's like, no, typically night terrors are hereditary, and if neither one of you has had night terrors, and that's not what he has. So that was definitely ruled out. And then she just said, you know, he's at the age where he's recognizing strangers, or where he's aware of what's going on. So like if you leave the room, you know, in his head, it's like, she's not coming back, or she's leaving me. And it's just been 2 weeks now of us trying to get him to go back to bed. So my husband and I have been alternating. And when he gets up, which he's getting up 3 to 4 times, we go into the room. We were falling asleep in his room, which we know is a big no-no. So now, like, I'm spearheading all of this because I'm on summer break. And I'm trying to figure out, like, how to get him to go back to bed. So, like, we're playing in his room during the day. You know, I'm getting him to lay down in his bed while I'm, like, cleaning or, you know, organizing his stuff. And I'm there and just kind of like, oh, look at how fun. And, you know, making his room seem like the fun spot. So it's been exhausting. And to be honest with you guys, like, even filming today, I don't want to film. He's sleeping right now. And I'm like, oh, I just want to go to sleep. But I'm not that person. Like, I can't sleep during the day. I don't really nap. I have to be, like, exhausted to nap. And I'm exhausted. But I think I'm to the point where I'm, like, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I can't go to sleep. So I'm here, and I really wanted to know if anyone has any advice or tricks or tips. He's never been that kid to have, like, a comfort toy or anything, or a blanket. What I had noticed was that he started to, I'm doing the Dior Forever 24-hour high wear. This is the matte one, and I actually picked up the shade 4W because I wanted to see what this shade was like in comparison to the warm olive, because I feel like the warm olive is too olive for me. I'm gonna use this Makeup Forever foundation brush. This is too dark for sure. Warm olive it is. Anyway, so he has been super just fussy. Of course, right? He's not really sleeping. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. This is too dark. So I'm glad that I tried it, because I always felt like there's got to be a better match. But this is too dark. Anyway, going back to my son, the important stuff. He doesn't have, like, any favorite toys or anything that, like, brings comfort to him or that he likes. He's never been that kid. Like, he's never had an attachment to anything materialistic, any toys, nothing. So now it's just a matter of us trying to get him to feel comfortable and feel safe. And when he wakes up in a panic, what I have noticed is that he'll grab things that are in his way. It's like he's been grabbing his blanket, and he's been grabbing, I've been allowing him to bring toys into his bed with him. Like, he has these little sharks and these little whales and dinosaurs that he likes. They're like these little miniature plastic things. So I let him bring those to bed with him. And he'll wake up and he'll pick up whatever's on the floor. He'll pick up whatever toy he has in bed with him, or the blanket. The other day, he grabbed my robe and was crying and waiting for me at the door with the robe. So look at how summery I look. So it's just, I don't know what else to do. Like, I think that there's progress, because he goes back to bed. I feel like he's like, whereas before, big, where's your room? He would start crying. And now it's like he points at it And before, when we were going up the stairs, he'd always make his way to our room. Like, he would start walking in the direction of our room versus his. And he's not doing that anymore. Like, now if I say, okay, let's go to your room, he walks to his door. So there's a little bit of progress. And I know that I just have to stick to it. And I am going to stick to it because I don't want him to feel scared. And I don't want him to associate his room as a bad spot. But if anyone has ideas, please, I'm open. This is my Smashbox Light Warm Golden. Light Medium, what is this? Light Medium Warm Golden. Jeez. By Smashbox. And since I'm so golden, I'm going to use this. I think it's supposed to be like 88 degrees today. And it already feels warm in my house. It didn't feel warm up until I came into this room. And of course, with all the lights, it's warm. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to keep this makeup on as much as I want to. I don't think I can. I'm that person that I just get so sweaty and it just comes off anyway. All right. I am going to let this sit for a minute. I'm going to do my eyebrows and then... So I'm going to blend this out, and I'm using a Sigma brush, a 3D something. What is this? 3D HD Kabuki brush. Alright guys, so this looks a little bit better. What I'm finding is that this one, even though it is a little bit darker, it's kind of like... What do you prefer? Do you want to be a little bit darker? Do you want to be a little bit more closer to your skin tone? I don't really know how I'm feeling about this yet, so we're going to wait until the end and then we'll quickly go over my thoughts. I'm going to do my eyebrows and possibly throw on my mascara, but we'll be back. Actually, before I do my eyebrows, I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs Accomplice Powder in Siren, and I'm just going to use this to set my makeup. And then just so you guys know, I have these two little pimples on the top of my lip, and the foundation isn't sticking to it. So if you see it, now you know what it is, because I'm sure it may drive some of you guys nuts. Like, why doesn't she have my foundation there? Why does it look like that? Because I'm youthful and I'm getting pimples. All right, now we're gonna do my eyebrows and I will be back. All right guys, eyebrows are on and mascara is on. Now I'm going to apply my bronzer, and for that I'm gonna be using what I've been using for a minute now, the Bare Minerals bronzer in medium. I'm going to take BOM 35 by Royal and Langnickel, and I'm just going to take this and start warming up my complexion. You know, the more I wear this foundation, the more I'm like, I kind of dig it more than the other one. It is a little bit darker, but again, I prefer my foundation to be a little bit darker. When I look at the whole picture, I'm like, maybe it's a little too dark. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. So, for my blusher today, I am going to take this. This is by Sephora Collection, and this is in English Rose. I'm going to take that same brush and just pop it on my cheeks. I'm going to give you guys two lip options, and one is going to be a nude and one is going to be a bright orange. I'm going to go back in with my brush though before we do anything else, and I'm going to take that orange shade that we popped on the lid, and I'm just going to make sure that it is evenly applied and that everything looks smooth and even. And then I'm going to take my little blending brush and then just buff the edges out. I like this color a lot. I feel like this is a shade that I could wear out and not be like embarrassed or intimidated by. It's really pretty. All right, so I think we need highlighter. Actually, we're gonna go in with the Becca, Chloe and Malika collection. And I'm going to take a mix of these two and use that on my cheeks to give me some glow. I don't want to add so much product to my face because I really want the focus to be on the eye look. Notice I didn't even apply mascara or anything down below because I want this to feel comfortable for you guys. I want it to feel like you can wear this look out the same way that I do. I just want it to be easy and not like too intimidating. The first shade I'm going to use is probably the one that would put most of you off. And this is an orangey red lipstick. This is Velvet Morning by Lisa Eldridge. I know it's limited edition. I don't think you can get them. Sorry. But Lady Danger is similar to it, by MAC. I love the way this looks. I love it so much. I think it's a beautiful way to wear color and be fun, but also keep it classy, because I feel like the orange lip really just kind of tones everything down, and I love it. This is my favorite. But anyway, I'm gonna go back into my eyeshadow palette, and I'm actually gonna take a little bit of this shade here, which is this really shiny, shimmery, orangey shade. I'm gonna use the same flat brush that I've used, and I'm going to take a little bit of this and just apply it to the inner corner. I think this I'm gonna have to use wet. I have to wet it. This is my favorite look, but I'm gonna give you guys a nude option for those of you that maybe can't ride with this. So let's change the lip. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are finally playing with the Huda Neon collection, and the shade that I'm playing with today is the Neon Orange. I love the way this look turned out when I got this palette. Alright guys, so I'm going to take Buff by Pat McGrath, and I'm going to use this to line my entire lip, and then I'm going to take Stripped by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is a very nude lip color, but I think, I mean, you guys don't have to go that nude, but I think it's just a nice way to add balance to the look. All right, this is nude. I actually do like the way that this looks because I feel like, again, you're really drawn to my eye. So you guys don't need to go this nude. I just wanted to kind of cancel everything out and then make the focal point be the eyes. But feel free to pick the nude of your choice. Let's quickly recap the products that I've used. The Neon palette, I love this palette, and to be honest with you guys, I have been debating on whether I want to get the pink one, but I feel so satisfied just with this one alone. I feel like I get the mix of the pinks, and I have a little bit of like the chartreuse green color, and of course the oranges, which I'm really feeling orange right now. It's not typically a color that I gravitate to or that I necessarily feel comfortable in, but I'm really just, I'm digging it. So I think that if you're wanting to get one of the palettes, this is probably the one that you'll get the most use out of, because I feel like it's the most natural, if that makes any sense, because these colors are crazy. But I just feel like these are easier to wear than to maybe rock the neon pink or even pull off like that crazy green. So this one I highly recommend. The Sephora Collection eyeshadow primer, let me tell you guys, if it had been a crappy primer, I would have seen creasing, and there is no creasing on these lids. The other nice thing about this is that it is super quick drying. I thought it was going to leave like that really like white cast like the Anastasia one, but no, it sheared out, and I like this a lot, so I'm excited to have gotten it. And just so you guys know, I think it's like $5 or $6 on sale right now. Go get it. Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. I love these lipsticks. I hope that she comes out with more. I hope that she comes back with the original shades and just makes them part of a permanent collection, because they really are beautiful. They feel high quality. They feel like velvet. They are beautiful. They stain your lip. So I highly recommend these when you can get them. The ABH liquid lipsticks, this is not my favorite formula because it is a little bit more on the dry side. I mean, you can see the lines. It just goes to show that it is a little bit more of a dry formula. But with that being said, they don't feel dry, they just look a little dry. They are very comfortable, they're pigmented, and I really like the applicator on these because I feel like it just applies the product evenly. You're able to shape out your lip. Love, love, love the paddle. The formula is not my favorite, but I mean, if you're okay with it looking a little dry, do you. She does great colors. So the Makeup Forever foundation in the shade 4W. I think the color, I like that the color doesn't look olive, but it is significantly darker than my skin tone. So I think that when I have a little bit more sun, that this will probably be a good match for me. But for now, it is a little bit dark, and I feel like for the cost, I'm better off with my Tarte Face Shape in the shade 37G, because this is slightly darker, very reminiscent of this shade, but it's not as expensive as this. The Sephora Collection blushes, these are beautiful, guys. They are very easy to blend, they're pigmented, they have great shades, and I really should have looked for the orange one that I have. I don't remember the color, but again, I wanted to keep everything just kind of balanced and really make the focal point the eye. So I absolutely love these. I recommend them. They're really inexpensive. And Sephora Collection is an inexpensive brand, but you're getting high quality product. So I always recommend that you guys check them out when you maybe see something that you want to try, like a trend or something that you know won't be part of like your everyday permanent collection. It's just a nice way to try the trends without breaking the bank. The final product is the Becca, Chloe, and Malika palette. I really like this palette. I think that it looks beautiful on the skin. It blends out beautifully, but I've always really enjoyed Becca's base palettes. I think she does a great job with the colors. And overall, I think she does a beautiful job with her formulation, where everything just looks really beautiful and smooth and silky, and not like you have powder sitting on top of your face. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know which lip combo was your favorite with this look. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. Just in case you're wondering, it's free. Like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.